Hey, it's Eric again. Like I said, I wanted to introduce you to everybody here at the shop, and right now I'm going to introduce you to Tim Chambers. You've probably seen some of his videos if you've done any investigating on Crest Pontoons. He's been doing this for a long time. Tim came on board with us in 2018 and has already become the top salesman in the country and has propelled us into the #3 dealer in the country as well for Crest Pontoons. But I'll let Tim tell you a little bit about himself, where he's from, and go from there.
Hey everybody, I've been a boater all my life, and I like telling the story. About 10 years ago, I was like most clients that came in. I had a very much misconception of what a pontoon was. Thinking of the old days, Grandpa's boat with a 40 horse taking waves over the bow. So anyhow, my mother had passed away and my dad moved in with me, and we wanted to go out and get a boat. And I said something about, let's go look at a pontoon. So we actually went and rode on one, and I was very impressed. It was the first time I had been on one in many, many years. So make a long story short, I ended up buying a boat the next day. It was my first Crest pontoon. So then I decided when I got into boat sales that I wanted to take the pontoons a lot more professional. A lot of people, you hear the terms tin cans and all that. Well, again, that was the old days. It's a whole new game now. A lot nicer boats, much nicer material. They ride the best out of any boat. So I took it a lot more serious. So I started studying other brands. I actually started selling Bennington for a couple of years. Then I went to Harris, and then I ended up at Crest many years ago. And the reason I stay with Crest, and I'm such an advocate, anybody that's dealt with me in the past knows how sincere I am about Crest, is I really believe in the product. And the main thing is they've not only been around 63 years, they're one of the oldest. They have had the best built boat for those 63 years. So some people haven't heard of them as much. They're up in Osceola, Michigan, same location, but it's because they haven't had the millions and millions of dollars like a couple of the other brands just to stick into advertising. They put the money in their boats. So the big difference is they are a manufacturer, not a boat assembler. Most of your pontoon brands, especially the new brands out today, are just assemblers. They wholesale out the parts. They only build part of the boat and just have people bolting it together. Crest manufactures 95% of the boat, so every boat is like a custom-made boat for you, and they can control the quality on the boat because a lot less hands are on the boat. So that was very important to me, and it's just like a house. You can have a beautiful house inside, but the foundation is terrible and has a lot of cracks. Pontoons are the same. If they're not built strong and have a strong frame, when you're constantly hitting the waves, that's when everything likes to loosen up. So, love Crest. You will not find a better built boat on the market. Plus, there's many other things that we could talk about. But stop in today. I have a lot of videos on YouTube. You can stop and look at that. But I'm very, very sincere. What you're going to hear from me is the truth. And I've done a lot of research over the years and got a proven track record. And always give a good deal. You know, we want to get as many boats as we can out there, because the more boats out there, the more of you are going to have your friends, family ride on the boats and hopefully send them to us. And we do a lot after the sale. We even have a full-time guy that takes you out and trains you on the boat. So that's not heard of here. So stop on out today, and I'll be glad to talk to you, spend as much time without any pressure, and let's go have fun and see why Crest is the best.
So let me ask you this. You talked about Crest being one of the best built pontoons, and I know you've gone over it with all of us here at TNT, and that's one of the reasons we brought you on. But can you highlight just a few of the things that Crest does that is different from the other manufacturers, that gives it the rigidity that it has, the ride that it has, things that we know but the average consumer may not know, especially the ones that are just starting to look at pontoons?
So many of the new brands that are out there now, they actually make the interiors look pretty and a lot of bells and whistles, and unfortunately a lot of people get caught up in just the appearance and how many lights the boats have and all that. That's all great, and we have all that too, But what I tell people at the boat show is the quickest way to see how well built a pontoon boat is, take the gate and lift it up and feel the weight. That's the first thing I do when I have clients come in here, and you're going to see right away the night and day difference in the weight of our frame, the way the boat is built. As you go back in the boat, our actual cross members get closer together. We even box frame the last 3 foot of the back because that's where your engine's at, and we now have bigger engines, so that's where all your torque is. And the best way is to go out and take a test ride. There's no squeaks, there's no rattles. Our boat's decks also sit up the highest in the industry. It's a very dry ride. I've been out in 3-4 footers with 30-mile-an-hour winds and still had a very dry ride inside. We also do not use rotocast seat bases. That's a fancy name for plastic. We actually have aluminum bars that we make. Our seats are then 3 inches wider. So, you know, a guy my size is a lot more comfortable. You don't feel like you're falling off the seat. Plus you have a lot more storage. We have the thickest vinyls. They're double and triple stitch. And one of the neatest things that people like, we actually have a refrigerated cup holder at the helm. So that's kind of standard with all of our Crest boats, and everybody really likes that. So again, the frame is much heavier, all the materials are heavier, our boats sit up the best for the best ride, and that's what's important to give you a lot of durability for many years to come.
One thing that I get a lot of feedback on from different customers and things is how much they appreciate what we do after the actual sale of the boat. And I'm talking about delivery with Mike and all. Can you just real quickly explain to people what they get when they purchase a new Crest as a follow-up? You know, from delivery, from the packages, all of that goes along with it.
Sure. Many pontoon buyers are actually first-time boat buyers that I find. So they really haven't had a boat, and especially they don't know all the local lakes here that we have in Tennessee. So we spend a lot of time. You not only get all your safety equipment, of course the boats come with full covers, they come with tables, all of that, so that's all included in the price. There's no hidden add-ons like a lot of dealers do. I won't mention there's a manufacturer that everybody thinks they're less money, but actually when you go and start adding up the cover and all the extra stuff, they're more money than the Crest, but we're still built a lot better. So you won't get any surprises here. Everything's included in the boat. And then Mike Taylor is our captain. He's also keeps in touch with you after sale along with me. So you got 2 people that care about what happens after the sale. Mike takes you out as many times as it takes to get familiar with the boat, teaches you how to tie it up, teaches you how to run the boat, goes over all the safety options of the boat. I try to call my customers every couple of months. I have customers that I sold 5-6 years ago that I still keep in contact with because I want to know if there's a problem, which there isn't that many times, but if there is, we want to get it solved very quickly. So very attentive after the sale.
Yes, yeah, and I can attest to that because as the manager, I get a lot of the feedback from the customers, and everyone that comes in that is purchasing a Crest saying nothing but praises for Mike. And I mean for Tim and Mike. Tim and Mike, both, but say nothing but praises and talk about how great they are with the sale, how informative they are, and just the overall buying experience. It means the world to them, and that's the type of business we want to have. You know, we want you to feel like your family when you come in. We always try to greet you when you come in, and we're very thankful and appreciative for every boat sale that we get. We're thankful for you. So
Rick, I want to touch on something that's very important real quick, because everybody talks about price and a good deal. What is a good deal? To me, I've been in sales 45 years. A good deal is when you walk out of here smiling and excited and can't wait to get the boat, can't wait to get in the water. You're not worrying about what did we pay? Did I pay too much? It's you're happy and excited. And I think that's the difference. If you were to interview our customers, they're going to tell you when they left here, they didn't have buyer's remorse because they weren't forced into it. My main job is to get you in the right product and make sure it's a perfect fit. That's what makes me happy. And again, Eric, maybe you can move and show them. We would not win all these top awards. We just got back from the dealer meeting and won every top award if we weren't giving good deals. So when somebody asks, well, you know, the other guy's giving you a better deal, I simply say we wouldn't be what we are and have our reputation if you didn't get a good deal. So I just want to make sure I touch on that, because I know all of you out there, that's one of the things you want to go tell everybody, I got a good deal. We give the good prices, but along with that, service that you're just not going to find anywhere else, and the best product out there. So yeah. I just wanted to touch on that because I think that's very important.
All right, that's great. So hey, thanks for sticking with me. This is Tim Chambers, Pontoon Guy. I will see you in just a short bit with another video. Thanks.